Hey crew, long time no see. I hope you have all been well and staying safe out there wherever you may be. But one thing we all have in common is we enjoy the game of Destiny, and I apologize for not posting any videos over the last few months. Life has been pretty crazy, but enough about that because I know you clicked on this video to check out this sweet new Titan build we have with this new season. We are taking advantage of the new exotic gauntlets for the Titan called No Backup Plans, and oh man, does this make playing Top Tree Sentinel so much more fun to play. Yes, you heard me right. Playing the bubble main is actually fun now, and pretty dang good as well. The gameplay you're watching is the 1320 Legend Nightfall, so only a Grandmaster is harder, and you're also watching Prophecy gameplay as well, because we all know we'll be running that a lot this season for those sexy weapons of the 9. The goal of this build is to always have defensive strike up, which does a lot for you and for your fire team. We're talking overshields, we're talking health regen, reload speed, overshields for your teammates, all kinds of things. And as you can see here in these few clips, we can achieve that with the right mods and build as long as you set it up right. If you guys do enjoy this video, then drop a like on it for me, that really helps out. Also, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me as we're getting back into the swing of making these YouTube videos again, and I have a bunch of build videos that'll be coming out all over the next couple months, and I'm excited to show them off for you. I'm also super excited for the new dungeon in December and for Witch Queen in February. Bungie had a great reveal, I'm happy for it. Alright, let's get into the meat of this build and go over how it works. I'm going to go over all the mods, all the weapons and armor that you should be using. It's pretty straightforward, it's pretty simple, and I'm going to take a lot of the newer mods and use those as well because I'm not sure how many of you have charged with light mods or not. All my old builds are basically charged with light builds, but Bungie wants us to be more focusing on these Well of Light builds. So we're going to move in that direction because the artifact focuses more around it, and I'm sure it's going to be that way in the future. And these mods are newer and more easily obtained now with all the new seasons. Our goal of this build is to have defensive strike up all the time. That is the charged melee ability on Top Tree Sentinel. Every time we activate defensive strike, it has a timer of 17 seconds. So we need to get our charged melee back within 17 seconds, basically, is what the goal of this build is. That's what all the mods are centered around, and that's what the weapons are centered around, so that we can get that melee back. Alright, let's go over the build here, and first off I want to say, look at this freaking sweet Titan. I'm really embracing Top Tree Sentinel, right? Look at this purple looking bull dude. Pretty sweet, right? So we're running Top Tree Sentinel here. Defensive strike. Defeat an enemy with this melee ability to create an overshield around you and nearby allies. Final blows grant melee energy when this overshield is activated. So, final blows gives us extra melee energy already on defensive strike. We also get the overshield, and we give overshields to all our teammates if they're close enough. We have melee kills restore health for you and nearby allies. Awesome. Extra health. This is your super, Ward of Dawn. You can either pop your bubble, right, or pop your Sentinel shield. Most people are probably going to be popping the bubble. You also get a weapon damage when you go in and out of this bubble, and you're pretty much unkillable inside the bubble. Unless you're in a really hard Grandmaster and a boss comes in there and just smacks you. And then we have Turn the Tide here. Your overshield from defensive strike lasts longer and increases melee damage and reload speed. Reload speed's really nice on this. You can run whatever grenades you want, whatever you feel most comfortable with. You can run whatever barricade you want. Rally Barricade got the buffs, remember that, and I like Strafe Lift. So what we're doing with this is we're pairing it with a Void shotgun. The reason we're running a shotgun is because of No Backup Plans, right, which is the exotic gauntlets we're going to be running, and you want to be running at least some sort of Void one because we're going to be running some Well of Light mods, right? We have Well of Light mods on 4 of our pieces here. And that's going to help us get our melee back. We need 17 seconds to get that melee back, and we're going to make it happen. That's what you see in all the gameplay that you watched. The heavy can be whatever you want. I would prefer a Void weapon. Of course, we're running No Backup Plans here. This is our exotic of choice. This is the main thing right here, for Force Multiplier. When you have full melee energy, Shotgun Final Blows activate your defensive strike and consume your melee energy. Shotgun Final Blows also give you melee energy. Basically, get a kill with a shotgun, you're getting your overshield, you're activating your melee ability, which is defensive strike. Any shotgun final blows after that is giving you melee energy as well. We're pairing that with 2 melee kickstarts, okay? This basically gives you half of your melee right off the bat. It's literally 40 to 50%. When your melee energy is fully expended, you gain melee energy. Double stack this, instantly almost half your melee. I also have on defeating a champion spawns a random array of solar and stasis wells. This gives us ability energy to all our, or to just our ability with the lowest amount of energy, right? Because it's a solar and stasis well, it's not void, but it helps. Helmet here. Double shotgun ammo finder from the artifact and a strength mod. We have strength mods on pretty much everything for 96 strength. 37 seconds to get our melee back just from the cooldown of that. First mod here is Well of Tenacity. Picking up a void elemental well reduces the damage you take from combatants for a short period of time. This is basically your charge with light mod, right? That reduces your damage. But this one's active instantly when you pick up a well. So you want to be making as many wells as possible. Remember, your teammates can make wells as well, okay? So if they have mods on and they're creating wells, this works. Those wells work for you, okay? So that's a really great thing to do if you can get your team running everything together. This one also has secondary abilities. All wells, right? All of these mods do this extra ability on them, and that is picking up an elemental well grants energy to your ability with the lowest current energy. So if your melee has the lowest current energy, it's going to give you ability energy towards that melee. But then also picking up an elemental well whose element matches your subclass. So if we pick up a void well, right, that matches our subclass damage type, grants energy to all of your abilities, not just the lowest one, but all your abilities, which is also nice. So you would like to create as many void wells as possible. On our chest piece here, I ran double concussive dampener just to survive better. We also have elemental armaments. Weapon takedowns with a damage type that matches your subclass element have an escalating chance to spawn an elemental well. That's why we're running Void. That's also why we want Void here, or Commemoration, or Thread of Needle, right? Void and Void, to get Void elemental wells up. Boots, Shotgun Scavenger as well. We want to make sure we have shotgun ammo, combined with the shotgun ammo finders on our helmet. We have Invigoration here, and then, which is reduced melee cooldown each time you pick up an Orb of Light, or an Orb of Power. And then we have Font of Might. Picking up an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type grants a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that same elemental type. This will go up to like 10 seconds. So it's basically your charge with light mod, right? In this slot when you would normally be running high energy fire. And then as far as the void one goes, right, because we're surviving with tenacity, this is basically the same as protective light. And then in our mark, I do have radiant light on. I'm getting a plus 20 strength for this. That's the main reason I'm running it. And then I also have Outreach, reduce melee cooldown when using your class ability, and double stack that. So every time you pop your barricade, you're getting like 20 to 30% of your melee back. I don't even use my barricade that often. I actually forget about it most of the time, and I am still getting defensive strike back within the 17-second window. I do have a lot of strength as well. Decent amount of intellect, 5, and 83 on recovery. So not too bad. That's the overall build. That's what you're aiming for. You have a lot of wiggle room over here. You can use a lot of different stuff, which is why I really like this build. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you do have any questions or concerns, leave them down in the comments. I respond to pretty much every comment I can, and I'm going to get back to doing every single one. I don't know if you guys remember on the previous videos, but I would respond very, very frequently to a lot of people, whether there was a good comment or bad comment.